This shiur is dedicated as always to Rachalei Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi, La'aliyat Nishmata. What we're going to be talking about is Chanuka and how to bring it to our kids. Chanuka is the best holiday for chinuch of children, as its name suggests. Okay, what's the main idea? What are you trying to convey if you have to convey just a few big ideas? So I'm going to talk to you about the big ideas, and then I'm going to talk to you about how to relate them to different ages. The big ideas are the Jews fight the Greeks, meaning everything that's Jewish and spiritual and submissive towards Hashem and His will and His Torah is going to fight and win over the Greeks. Everything that has to do with self-actualization, limiting one's belief through intellect, the limited world of the human-centered world against the world of spirit. That's the first idea. The second idea is that there's light in the midst of darkness, that there are obstacles that people think could never be overcome, battles that aren't even worth starting, but if you do what's right, Hashem helps you, even if it seems that the battle is unwinnable. The third big idea is that when the Maccabim entered the temple, they didn't just light the menorah with any oil they found, even though in halacha you could say tumhutra, but tzibor, there are a lot of ways in which one could argue either that they could have waited to light the menorah or they could have lit it with ordinary oil, but they chose to do it right, and they chose to do it immediately. So the idea of purity and immediacy and zrizus is the third theme of the holiday. So let's talk about these ideas one by one, going through different age groups. Let's start with the first idea, the idea of Jews against Greeks for very young children. The best presentation I ever saw of Jews against Greeks for very young children was presented in a Yiddish school where my children were learning when they were in Gan. It's called Bnos Rachel. So the teacher there, who I'm sure didn't go to any kind of formal seminary and learn teaching methods, didn't know what most of the teachers who graduate seminary know, meaning having a Chanuka play that's about the menorah and songs about Sufganiyot. She knew about the Jews and Greeks, though, from her own life, from her own upbringing. So she made a play in which the theme of the play, this was with 4. Okay, you have the good guys who are dressed up as little cheder boys with kippas and tzitzis, learning. And then the bad guys, the Greeks, come. And in order to fool the Greeks, they put away their chumashim and take out arithmetic books. And the Greeks say, oh, you're learning arithmetic, that's good. Don't learn about Hashem and mitzvahs, no. Don't only learn what will make life easier for you. And then they go away, and the boys go back to learning. But the Greeks come back and trap them. They have to run away, and they go to a cave. I think you're getting the idea. But otherwise I would be here for the hour the play took. The kids had a great time in the play, by the way. So the bottom line is kids love heroism. Everybody likes a hero. The main point of the Chanuka play is that heroism equals learning Torah and doing Hashem's will. Not doing what makes your life easier or more convenient. Okay, so kids understand this and like it. So that's the main lesson for the very young kids. Now let's go on to the second part. The second part, as we said, was that there's hope even when things look black. So a very young child could be told on a simple level, the fact that we're in exile, that we used to be in Eretz Yisrael with the Beis HaMikdash, and Hashem always made us understand that He's looking out for us. But now we live in foreign places, and even in Eretz Yisrael, we don't always see Hashem looking out for us so much, because He wants us to learn to trust Him and to look for Him, no matter what. So then you take out the heroism stories. Okay, so you must know, there are so many of them in addition to the actual Chanuka story, which you could tell simply. There were a lot of Greeks, not a lot of Jews. A 4-year-old knows what a lot is and knows what few is. So you could say, how would you feel if you went into a whole kittah a whole class. They were all full of Greeks, and you're the only Jew. How would you feel? Would you like to go to that school? What if somebody made you go to that school? Would you like it? Here it is during Hafsakah, and they're all eating their pig sandwiches, and they're all playing rough games, and you know that you're not supposed to do that. So you say a bracha over your pear, and you sit on the side, and you begin to cry because you feel bad and different and scared. And then Hashem helps you. He takes you out of there. He makes it possible for you to find some light and some goodness. Okay, so kids could understand stories with that theme, that you could be embattled. No, don't give them examples of physical battles, because that's not what